Right now at noon, a Southeast Kansas community leader clarifies plans for union workers on a city payroll.
Plus, it's a cold day ahead of us, but next week we have rain chances on Christmas Day. I'll have those details coming up.
And the economic discussion that brought the lieutenant governor to Northeast Oklahoma.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Volunteers are coming together today to help repair a vandalized cemetery in West Mineral, Kansas. This is KOAM News at noon. I'm Elise Snowy. The cemetery was vandalized with grave markers being damaged, broken into pieces, or knocked over. Now, when a local company, Next Generation Enterprise, heard what happened, they decided to come out and make repairs themselves for free. And they were joined by other masons from across the area, as well as residents of West Mineral. Now, volunteers say the work was a great way to give back, especially during the holiday season.
We're hoping that people can come out here and visit their loved ones and be proud of the headstones that are here, and like I say, just try to make it better.
Volunteers expect to repair nearly 100 headstones today, and tonight on KOAM News we'll have more details on the community efforts to repair the cemetery. Now let's check in with Chloe Arroyo for a look at the forecast.
Well, it was a chilly start to our morning and it's still cold. In fact, a lot of us are still sitting below freezing, if not right along that freezing line. A lot of folks in that 32-degree range right now. We've got that northerly wind along with us, making our temperatures feeling like the teens right now. Now this morning we felt like the single digits out there, so it was really chilly, and this afternoon we're still going to feel like the 20s outside. So a chilly day throughout your Friday afternoon. That's because of those winds, that northerly wind, really around 10 to 15 miles per hour across the 4 states. That's consistently, but our wind gusts upwards of 15 to 20 miles per hour right now, and that's going to continue throughout the afternoon. Now here's what we're tracking. We've got a frigid Friday throughout the afternoon. I'm going to have the timeline on how long these cold temperatures are going to last. We have a calm weekend ahead of us as well, but then rain chances, we've been talking about it for a while. Christmas Eve and eventually Christmas Day, we also have a chance for rain. So I'll have all of that and more coming up.
All right, we'll check with you soon, Chloe. Thanks. The city manager of Coffeyville, Kansas says he will not be presenting a recommendation to city commissioners about the city's relationship with local unions. Now, this comes after a letter sent to city employees received backlash from unions for drawing into question the future of unions in Coffeyville. Now, in the letter, the city manager said he would ask the city to reconsider the city's recognition of the Public Employer-Employee Relations Act, a state labor board program that cities or counties chose to be a part of. Now, the city manager says he wasn't trying to stop unions in Coffeyville, only the state program.
Look, I don't want to just throw things down people's throats. I want to have conversation. We want to be better here in Coffeyville. And so we turned it off. As soon as there was a major issue, it's like, okay, let's slow down. Let's approach this differently. Let's have conversation.
Union leaders say they are now taking part in discussions with the city manager. And in a statement to KOAM, one union president says, quote, "We believe this resolution reflects the value of collaboration and communication in addressing complex issues." Well, some big news for a big nationally known brick and mortar business right here in the 4 states. Yesterday, Big Lots announced a previously planned sale agreement has fallen through. Now, the company does, however, say it continues to work on an alternative sale by early January 2025. Now, in the meantime, the company will begin going out of business sales at all remaining store locations to protect its estate value. Now, Big Lots has stores in both Joplin and Pittsburgh. Another business in Southeast Kansas will move in a different direction in the new year. Bath & Body Works has begun work on a new location in Pittsburgh. Work crews on the scene say they're doing a rebuild of the interior of the former Yummy Buffet, and signs announce the location and how future employees can apply. Bath & Body Works in Pittsburgh says it plans to open early 2025. Well, the Lieutenant Governor of Oklahoma, Matt Pinnell, was in Miami yesterday where he spoke at the final Chamber Connect luncheon of 2024. The event was held at NEO A&M College to encourage economic development in Ottawa County. Pinnell spoke to elected officials, educators, and tribal leaders that were in attendance. Now, one of the fields Pinnell says he sees expanding and bringing jobs to Oklahoma is the aerospace industry. The event was an opportunity to address concerns and gain support on economic development in Ottawa County.
Keep our homegrown boys and girls in these communities, but also help drive some more business to this area of the state, help create more sales tax revenue as well.
The event was hosted by the Miami Regional Chamber of Commerce. Well, second grade students at Columbian Elementary School in Carthage put their business skills to the test yesterday afternoon. Students created their own stores within their classroom, then opened up for business. First graders then got the chance to walk around each class and buy from each store.
They take away that they can do things. Things are hard and they have to redo and try again, but most of all that they can do what they set their minds to.
Now, teachers say it's the perfect opportunity to introduce students to the world of economics. Well, the students from Southwest City Elementary in McDonald County are embracing the spirit of giving this holiday season. Now, 3rd through 5th graders took to Main Street in Southwest City for some Christmas caroling. Now, teachers say this may be the only chance for some students to participate in a holiday tradition that connects them with their neighbors and the season's true meaning.
They were great. I mean, they sang great, they sounded great, they behaved well, and they left us little notes telling us how much they enjoyed singing for everybody.
Leaders and businesses say they loved how the students conducted themselves throughout the event. With just a few days left until Christmas, community members of Baxter Springs, Kansas gathered to support local children. This morning, the First Christian Church distributed toys they received through this year's Toy Box campaign. Now, parents, guardians, and caregivers in the Baxter Springs community were able to stop by and pick up toys to take home and wrap as Christmas presents.
This came through, originally it was hosted by my church. My best guess is probably 20 years ago. I don't know exactly when KOAM Toy Box began, and we were trying to remember, but based upon how old my kids are, I would guess I've been involved for about 20 years, and it is from place to place.
Now, with your help and contributions to our Toy Box campaign, the First Christian Church will be helping more than 400 area kids have a Merry Christmas. Well, coming up, a World War II vet gets ready to celebrate a milestone birthday. And later, we're making roasted winter veggies in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. Homer Lasore is a World War II veteran who will celebrate his 100th birthday on Christmas Day. KOAM's Anthony Saviello went to visit him before his big day and shares the stories of life that spans a century.
We left out of there with equal to a broadside.
Homer Lasore's time is now spent telling the stories of his life, 100 years worth.
We went out 4.5-hour mission. 5.5. Mm-hmm. Got back and thought we was going to get to land. Darn if they didn't give us another 5.5 hours, so I got 11 hours in the first time I was up.
The World War II vet no longer finds himself in the tail gunner seat of a plane. Instead, it's a recliner, carefully positioned to see the whole room.
And makes you float. It really does.
His perfectly polished shoes are now replaced by a pair of slippers, and his uniform now replaced by a flannel and a warm blanket. 100 years of blessings.
I have been blessed. The Lord spared me, gave me the time to spend here, and I hope I've done what He had in mind for me to do. If I've accomplished that, then I'm a happy trooper.
And memories of ones he lost.
Was getting ready for the wake mission. And he came over and he put his arm around me and he said, I want you to know I appreciate you and all you've gone through with me. And he said, I have a lot of respect for you, and I thank you for backing me up. So another 15, 20 minutes, he was gone, bless his heart.
Happy birthday.
He may no longer be in a plane.
Happy birthday to you.
But if you can't tell by his smile,
I appreciate it.
he's still flying high. In Neosho, Anthony Saviello, KOAM News.
Well, Homer was visited by family and got the chance to meet a few active duty service members. Well, still to come on KOAM News at noon, Mr. Food.
No weeknight dinner is complete without a really good side dish. And the one we're making today is so good, it just might overshadow your main dish.
Plus, we've got Christmas rain in the forecast. Not a white Christmas, but some rain indeed. I'll have all those details coming up. Well, happy Friday and happy holidays, you guys. We're definitely not going to see holiday temperatures next week, but we sure have them going on at least right now. We'll take what we can get. If you like those colder temperatures, now's your time. Those temperatures are in the lower 30s right now. A lot of us are still below freezing, and we're heading into the afternoon hours. We're already swapped over to PM, and we are still seeing those below freezing temperatures. Some people are still in the 20s. Fort Scott, Nevada, you guys are at 28 degrees. 29 degrees. Iola's the one at 28 degrees right now. So we've got wind speeds, also northerly winds. That's continuing upwards of 10 to 15 miles per hour. I'll show you a full screen of this right here. We're continuing to see those winds. That's making our future feel like temperatures a whole lot colder than the actual temperature. So something that we're continuing to track going on right now, feeling like the teens outside. And again, we're going to get into the 30s this afternoon, but our temperatures are going to feel like the 20s this afternoon. Our winds are upwards of 10 to 15 miles per hour right now, but our wind gusts upwards of 15 to 20. Now this morning they were upwards of 35 miles per hour, so they've calmed down just a little bit, but they're still notable out there. They're going to calm down later on this afternoon, so it's really a downward trend for here. For those winds. Today, your high 36 degrees in Joplin, sunny skies this afternoon, and we'll continue to see that even into the evening. So 36 degrees by 4 p.m. and eventually we're going to switch off to an easterly wind. And once we get that easterly wind, those winds are going to calm down quite a bit, really less than 5 miles per hour for a lot of the 4 states. 23 degrees for your low tonight. Again, clear skies throughout the day and even into later on tonight. Now, we've been talking about it for a while, the rain chances next week. So here's a look at what we're going to see. So Friday afternoon and into the evening. So today, tomorrow, and Sunday will be in the clear in terms of precipitation. So nothing to see over the next 3 days. But here's round one. We'll see that chance for showers and storms begin to develop Monday night into Tuesday morning, and that will last throughout Tuesday afternoon and could linger into your Wednesday morning plans. That's Christmas Day. So we'll see a little bit of a break on the back end of that before we see round two begin to develop. This is on Thursday afternoon into Thursday evening. Thursday at 7:30 p.m. is what this is showing right now. And then on the back end of that, that could also linger into Friday morning. Now we'll see a break in that pattern on Saturday and Sunday of next week. But here's a look at that 7-day forecast. This weekend is going to be pretty average for this time of year. Saturday especially, 45 degrees. That's right around the mark for the average temperature for the month of December. Sunny skies on that day, but then Monday through Friday, we've got those chances for showers. Again, that includes Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So really keep that in mind for your plans. I know it's going to be a lot warmer, so if you had those plans to stay outdoors, I would maybe reconsider that, which hopefully a lot of folks have those traditional plans, staying indoors, by the Christmas tree, all of that. But yeah, lots of chances for rain in the forecast, but also going to be a lot warmer.
50s and 60s in the last week of December. I mean, that's hard to believe, but I guess it's what it is.
Yes.
All right.
It sure is.
Thanks, Chloe. Well, stick around. We're making roasted winter veggies in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. We'll be right back. Howard's making roasted winter veggies in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
This time of year, our markets are brimming with winter veggies. The good thing about these are they're reasonable and super versatile, which means they're just as good in our soups as they are sauteed. But my new favorite way to make them has to be roasted. Let me show you. We start by cutting half a head of cauliflower into florets and placing them in a large bowl. To that, we add some Brussels sprouts that we've cleaned, trimmed, and cut in half, along with some chunked up carrots and butternut squash. You want to make sure everything is cut about the same size so they cook evenly. And when it comes to cutting the butternut squash, we found that it's easier to cut it into chunks before removing the skin. Or better yet, if your market has them already peeled and cubed, pick those up. Now all we have to do is toss them with some olive oil mixed with a good amount of seasonings before roasting them. And when these babies are tender on the inside and crispy around the edges, are you ever in for a treat? You see, when we roast them, the natural sugars come out, making these irresistible. I do hope you'll go online and get the recipe for what we call roasted winter veggies, along with more of our roasted vegetable recipes. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found an in-season way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
We can find this recipe along with a lot more good food from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen online. Just go to our website, of course, that's KOAMnewsnow.com. Now here's a look at the 4-state market prices.
Well, here's a look at your 10-day forecast. We've got temperatures pretty seasonal this weekend, 45 degrees for your high on Saturday. Now next weekend, Monday through Friday, we have chances for showers. This includes Christmas Eve and Christmas Day on Tuesday and Wednesday, before we see even more of a warm up on Friday into next weekend, where we'll be back in the 60s for this time of year. Pretty warm.
Pretty warm indeed.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, Chloe. Of course. Well, coming up tonight at 5, tomorrow is the first day of winter. And as the seasons change and shorter days are here, our moods can be affected. Now we're going to have more on the signs of seasonal affective disorder and how to manage your mental health during these months. Plus, we'll hear more from the Good Samaritans and volunteers in Southeast Kansas who are working to fix headstones at the Star Cemetery in West Mineral, Kansas, after grave sites were vandalized last week. And 30 years ago this year, Freeman Health System cardiologists performed the health system's first ever cardiac catheterization, and today they're celebrating that milestone. Now we'll visit with health officials as they commemorate the achievement. You can join us for those stories and more on KOAM News at 5. And that's the news for now. Thank you for joining us on KOAM News at noon. Have a great rest of your day.